welcome to Preservation of One. I'm your host, Alexandria August. Listen at this foolishness.
Bre Romi, entrepreneur.
Created a hair clip that has unique, really nice, and it connects with two magnets, and then it has teeth that can
Oh
go through
God, I'm
braids
so
or
not
locks
on it
and
today.
hold it together. She does this. She's starting to sell her product, and then there's another woman, Kristen Owen, that is selling.
Bre Romi,
Bre
entrepreneur.
Romi.
Created a hair clip that has unique styles and shapes, stars, bows, really nice, and it connects with two magnets, and then it has teeth that can go through braids or locks and hold it together. She does this. She's starting to sell her product, and then there's another woman, Kristen Owen, that is selling the same product. She's white, and she's selling, I guess, a knockoff version of what Bree's hair clip is.
Give him the kicker.
So Bree recognizes the fact that her shop is copying her style, and she makes a comment in a conversation to, I guess, Kristen Owen about using her product. And then another influencer, Deandra, publicly came out and defended her as well. So what happened was this girl, she filed a lawsuit against Bree, the innovator, and the activist, Keandra, that defended her, and a judge actually sided with her, the federal judge.
With the copier.
The copier.
And issued a gag order.
And it said within 6 days, a federal judge issued a gag order preventing Bree and Keandra from publicly discussing the case. And a UCLA law professor flagged it as constitutionally shaky. So imagine somebody steals your product, you question them about it, and then they sue you, and a judge sides with you and says they can't talk about it. This fits into the historical pattern described as weaponizing victimhood and the legal system against black women who speak up. And this is my problem with black media. This is a huge story. There's a young black woman that has innovated and built something, and I do not see it on the Breakfast Club. I do not see it on the Shade Room. I do not see it on the roof in the Brio. And I understand that there's a lot going on. We have to have our ears to the ground and to our community, that when these things happen, we come to the defense of our own. Because right now, really, TikTok is really the community that's standing up for her and her product. I know that she filed a patent on the product itself, but again, we have to amplify these stories, because this is just a systematic pattern of things that black people create. Our ideas get stolen, somebody else takes it, makes a bunch of money off of it, and we don't really have a chance to do anything about it.
Bre Romi, entrepreneur.
Created a hair
Bre
clip
Romi.
that has
Okay.
unique styles and shapes.
Now tell me that ain't doggone crazy. The lady, the lady Bre Romi, she came up with a magnetic hair clip, right, in different styles to hold your hair or whatever. And then the other lady, a Caucasian lady, came along and stole it. Her idea, even though Bree had her idea patented already. So the when an influencer had spoke up for Bree Romy, that's when the lady that stole her doggone idea took it to court, sued her, and won her case, even though it was not her item, even though Bree Roman was the inventor of the doggone hair clip, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I just hair clip, a whole your hair in place, you know. But anyway, she stole Bree Roman idea and won her case in court. She, after she had sued them, that's crazy as hell. They need to do an appeal on that doggone case. That don't make no goddamn sense. You mean to tell me somebody start something? Well, shit, we already know how they go, or whatever the case may be. It's patent and all that stuff there. But anyway, she started it. Somebody stole her stuff. Stuff like that happen all the doggone time. People, they not original. That's what they do. They steal other people inventions. They steal other people ideas because they can't come up with shit they doggone self. But I hope Bree is able to doggone get an appeal for that, and get that overturned somehow. You know what I'm saying? I really copyrights, or whatever. That's a big thing. That's a big thing, and that's a must. And that's a must. So I really hope that that whole situation work out for her in her doggone favor. And also, let me address something, because if I'm not mistaken, he was saying about the different medias, black medias that should have covered that story, and I feel him on that 100%. I agree with him, but But if I'm not mistaken, if I'm not mistaken, and it has been some years, it has been some years. If I'm not mistaken, last time I checked, the Roots magazine was not covered by minorities. I mean, by black people. It's covered by possibly minorities, but it's not black people or whatever. Just like even though Indians, Chinese, and Mexicans, and whoever else they are considered minorities, but they don't claim being black. So I mean, the Root magazine. I used to read the Root magazine all the time. You know what I'm saying? I do think that it's a good publication, but the last time I checked, that's not a black magazine. So, hey, they ain't, you know what I'm saying? They don't feel as maybe they. I don't know what they feel, but that's not a black magazine. Last time I checked, when I checked out a couple years ago, when I found out that that was not a black magazine company or whatever. But and he's saying that more so because it's a black girl who invention was stolen, and he feel like black communities need to step up and say something about it. That is so true. That is so true because if it was anybody else community, they would step up and say something about it. And truthfully, that's only rightfully so. I don't care what your race is. Somebody steal your stuff, speak up about it. Got doggone it, you know? That's the doggone problem. That's just like when a girl was sitting up there talking about Cardi B stole her song or what that song talking about outside block, keep them hoes, you know, sick and all that stuff there. God dang on it. And so many other people, not to single out Cardi B or the other lady or nothing like that. But shoot, at the end of the day, somebody steal your doggone artwork, your masterpiece or whatever. Damn right, speak up on it. That's only right. That's how I feel about that situation right there. But anyways, don't forget to go get a copy of my book, A Conversation with Alexandria August. And I hope that this case here is brought up more. In other cases, I hope that they are brought up more to the forefront and people actually speak on it and actually stick together behind it. However, I will say this here. The influencer that has spoke up about the situation, she didn't hesitate. I can't remember her name, but I appreciate her for doing that. You know what I'm saying? For having her sister back like that. I appreciate that. I don't know you, and I hate that you got sued, you know, but hell, I mean, kudos to you. You know what I'm saying? You stepped up and, you know, you stood in that gap. So, you know, kudos to you. Shout outs to you for that or whatever. But we shall see what happened. Oh, also, a lot of times when I come back off of a trip, I don't do recordings, even though a lot of times I do try to make sure I have recordings put up. But sometimes, you know, it be kind of tricky with this thing here or whatever. So it's like if they don't post to like after I get back or whatever, it's not that I do intentionally. It's not that I do it intentionally. It's just that it happens like that sometimes. But I'm gonna make sure I get recorded up. So let me get to work on that there. But listen, don't forget to get a copy of my book, A Conversation with Alexandria August. Thank you.